Hi, this is my video for the evidence tree of going global of the Advanced English 3 class. I'm not going to show the presentation in this video because I'm recording in my iPad, but I'm going to later upload the PowerPoint presentation. Okay, the main concerns for a person who wants to be global. I mentioned three, that is understanding and respecting each other culture, because I think that there's a lot of countries, a lot of idioms, a lot of people, a lot of different things that you're not used to in your local region. So it is important to respect. Also, that you are not the center of the universe. Be open-minded about other experiences. You can taste different food or walk on a city that has better infrastructure. So you have to be always open-minded. Also, research before traveling, not just want to go to a country without knowing the currency, the people, the language, where are you staying in an hotel, in an Airbnb. It's very important to first research and then you can enjoy. Then we have ways to be in touch with the global community. Extend your social media beyond just cats and videos, because it is common for people to get back from work late in your bed and just watch TikTok videos. Instead of doing that, you can research more about other places. You can watch videos, but specifically about how it is to travel around the world or how to learn a new language. So not just stick with your usual leisure, but combine it with knowing other cultures. Also, learning a new language, it's very important. Specifically, I recommend English because it's a business language. Everyone speaks it because it's the global signature of business. Also, the American dollar is very important. And learn slang and traditions from other countries. You can talk with a foreigner that can identify the level or of slang that you have, depending in the words or in your pronunciation, and they really accept people that can talk without using formalities, but in a more face-to-face teenage slang. Then we have main values of a global person. I put respect, mindfulness, open-minded, resilience, and empathy. There are values that a person has to have in order to be a good traveler, to be a good visitor. Then we have attitudes or ideologies that go against being global. So all of these are negative. Being disrespectful with other cultures, have an ethnocentrism ideology, that is that everything you first put it in your perspective of your culture and then you judge them depending on what you learn. That initially it's okay because it's the way that you associate new things, but at the long term it's important to create new criteria, not just sticking with what you know. And obviously, the worst thing that you can be in the foreign countries: discrimination, racism, xenophobia, homophobia, all these attitudes that are not well received in the world. The importance of being global in business and in our daily lives. I put have different perspectives from the same issue in order to solve it. Not just knowing what your local view is, but how others think, their language, their part in history. Because, for example, World War in Mexico, it was very lack of violence, so it's different to know what happened from our newspaper than when you live it in countries like France, Germany, Poland. It's very different. Also, English is a language of business, as well as American dollar is a world's currency, so it is important to know about. And explode the bubble. Get out of your comfort zone. It is usual that we try to find a place that we are comfortable with. So getting out of that bubble is important to know about different cultures. And I want to give a personal example. In December and January of this year, I went to a business high advanced English certificate in Toronto, and it was one of the best experiences in my life. Some of the things that I liked the most because it was different and from Mexico was that everything was in a different currency. Normally, I mentally convert things from peso to American dollar. One American dollar is 20 pesos, but the Canadian dollar is 15. So I automatically convert it into American and then I subtract 5 pesos and everything becomes cheaper. So it's incredible. The variety of food. I live in Montreal and there's different kinds of kitchens, but Toronto is another thing you can find from Mediterranean, Caribbean, South American, from Russian, European, everything. Also, the people are from all around the world, different colors, shapes, sizes. You found every type of people there. I met people from countries that I don't even know existed, like Sri Lanka, Tajikistan, places like that. Like, what's that? The streets are really walkable, not like not compared to Montreal that it's a danger. It, even you can say that being a pedestrian in Montreal is illegal because you can die at any moment. And the public transport is very efficient. You don't have to wait for the subway or the bus or a taxi for more than an hour and a half like in Montreal, because there's a big problem with buses. There you can have an app that indicates you the rate of passage, mainly in buses, but also in subway and other transports. And it was an unbelievable experience.